So when I woke up this morning, I was like, what am I gonna record today? So I sat down with my breakfast as I always do, and I started contemplating on how I am gonna become a millionaire during my lifetime. The very first thing that came to my mind was, what if we just make money off of basic human needs? And that is exactly why we are back in Pocketector for today's video, because we are gonna be charging people millions upon millions upon millions of dollars for simply visiting toilets. We're gonna be rich on toilets and nothing else in today's video. But first of all, we just gotta set up our theme park here, because Pocketector is all about building theme parks. So that is gonna be the #1 goal, because we do need some sort of a money income. We have 25,000 right now. And to be very honest, I don't really know how far 25,000 is gonna get us, but that is something we are gonna figure. So since this is the entrance, and I'm thinking that people come to the theme park to visit rides and stuff, we might as well just place down some rides. So here is a ride, and any good ride needs a queue line and an exit. Just gonna up the price a little bit on that thing. We're gonna go into something else, and then we're gonna get another ride. So this time we're gonna go for this one, and you know what? Gonna do just that and give this thing a queue as well. And you guessed it, it's not gonna be that cheap. So in order to really make our guests pay a lot of money in order to actually get out of this park and to use the toilets and the like, we're gonna make sure that people don't just roam around here. So in order to get to the exit, we're first of all just gonna get one of these signs, and then we're gonna say, you know, that was actually the wrong way around, but we're gonna get this one and say no entry for guests. So now, once people enter this part, they can't get out again. Perfect. We're gonna need ourselves a little bit of an entrance or an exit path here. But here's the tricky part, because in order to get to that path, well, we're just gonna force our guests on a tiny little walk to make sure that by the time they get to the exit, they've either visited so many toilets that they never want to visit and pay for a toilet again, or they found alternative methods and then it's beyond my control and I don't want to know what they did. I feel like the path is coming up a bit short, so I'm just gonna extend it a bit here. And there we are. So a nice little route for a guest to go. Now we also have to make sure that we keep them well fed and we fill up their needs for thirst. And in order to do so, well, we're gonna have to serve them food, and I'm thinking that we're just gonna make the food super cheap so that they simply cannot resist the urge to buy anything. So we're gonna do this. Now apparently our staff needs a place to chill out, so I'm just gonna put them over here. And then I'm thinking we can just find something big to cover up this bit of place that they gotta relax, so that we don't show the misery that they're suffering to the rest of the world. So I like how we can just cover up this entire place with huge rocks. And I think if we just do that, well, then these guys are not gonna have any contact to the surrounding world, and I don't have to worry that people are gonna report me to the authorities for mistreating my workers. So then the only thing we need now is just a path that goes up to there so that our staff can actually get to work when we hire them, but they're not gonna get out again. So we're now tempting people to buy drinks and hot dogs. They got rides. Now we need the most important thing of this, which is gonna be toilets. And I'm thinking if we start with toilets at $8 a pop, and then we just place down these at strategic locations all around our park. So I now covered pretty much the entire area with toilets all around the map at locations where I'm assuming that people will eventually go when they gotta go. So this is gonna be brilliant. Now we need more rides, and I'm thinking if we get something that's gonna make them really sick, well then chances are that they might use bathrooms for other things. So let's build a roller coaster. Now, any good roller coaster offers a good adrenaline rush, which is why I'm thinking that it's gonna be a good idea to build a fast moving roller coaster. Now, I do not know what kind of hellish thing I'm building here at the moment, but I quite like what I'm seeing, to be honest. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. And just like that, through years of practice in roller coaster building, we have ourselves a nice roller coaster that will be sure to give our guests a nice thrill, and hopefully also make them feel so sick that they just instantly gotta go do their thing in the bathroom afterwards. Now I want to be good to my guests again, because I don't really feel like our money is gonna come from rides. It's all gonna be toilet profit. So $2, that's cheap. At this point, I think our park has everything it needs. So the only thing we need now is guests. Would you look at that? We already have the first 2 lucky. No, apparently we don't. These are just workers. Never mind. But here they are, a solid stream of guests coming in already. And I hear the money being paid to get in here. Why are you going this way? You're not supposed to go this way. We kind of did something wrong here because we need a sign there as well. No entry. That's not really ideal, but hey, we got people visiting our rides already, and apparently they are willing to pay a lot of money for this. I'm not gonna complain about that. Now, this guy is gonna go for the roller coaster. He's queuing for this thing. I'm kind of surprised that anyone is gonna go for this because honestly, I would no way in hell risk my life to go have a ride at this. And if you don't die from hanging here and the sheer g-force of having to go through this kind of weird thing looking spiral, well then I'm sure you're gonna die when you hit the brakes and you accelerate your body to around 250 Gs. But hey, as long as the guests are happy, then I'm happy. I think the most important thing to do when you run a park and you want to have happy guests is to know what they say about them. So he says Wild Mouse was intense. Apparently, he does not want to try it again. So I love it how we can create advertisement for our toilets and we can show the world that you can come over here. You can get completely ripped off by visiting our beautiful toilets. So I'm gonna buy a 3-month ad campaign in television for $300. That sounds like a deal to me. Look at the sheer amount of guests coming in as soon as we start our campaign here. They all want to come see. Is it really true? Can you pay $8 to go for a toilet visit? A basic human need that too many people probably should be free. Well, yes, you can. So we can bring up this little menu and we can see what people say about our park. And apparently we have 29 people right now saying that the park entrance fee is a good deal. So I'm also thinking that we really have to do something about that because I don't want good deals in my park. And the more people we have visiting our park, we also get more comments on the rides. And right now people are saying that this thing is a good deal. So not anymore. But I mean, hey, if a good deal is a 50-50 chance of either dying or surviving, then I guess I'll let them think that this is a good deal. Now, this lady right here has been on one ride and she looks to be going home already. I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of happy that I'm not the one who decided to ever leave this park because once you do, good luck getting around. So time is flying in our little park here. We're not really making money at the moment, but our guests are not really wanting to go to toilets yet. But the more people eat, I think the worse it gets. So once all of their bars go red, well, then they have a problem. And I'm not gonna have a money problem anymore. So that's pretty good. But right now, most of our guests are getting pretty tired. And I'm trying to figure if there is a way that we can monetize sitting on a bench. I don't think so. So I'm just gonna give them some. But how cool would it be if we could force them to pay to sit on a bench? Now I'm gonna place the benches close to the toilet so they can admire the beauty and the main attraction of this park whenever they really just want to relax and maybe also just want to think about, do I really want to spend $8 to go on a toilet? And the answer is yes. So now I'm just browsing through all of the toilets here and I just realized that we now have had our first customer paying $8 to go on the toilet. This is gonna be very good. Oh god, and someone puked all over the floor here. I don't know if that is because they didn't want to pay to go puke on the toilet, but can't have that. Oh, another customer over here. Our toilet advertisement just ended and had a 69% effectiveness. That's pretty good. So it seems that we have now hit the stage where everyone is slowly getting hungry because pretty much everyone in the park is sitting down, relaxing here and enjoying either a hot dog or a drink. So this also means that hopefully sooner or later they're all gonna have to go to the toilets. Oh, look at this. We get to get a direct perspective of a guy who really has to go. Now, how much money does he have in his pocket? He has $109, so he has more than enough. Let's see if he finds happiness in a toilet. So apparently he decided to head for the toilets that is the furthest away right now. So, I mean, if we just consider for a second that he's here right now and the toilet that he wants to visit is here, then I don't know, should we feel sorry for this one? So we now managed to create a bit of a change in the way that our guests think. It just went away there, but he said our toilets are a bit overpriced. So we're definitely heading in the right direction. Right now though, we are absolutely just throwing money into an endless hole of terrible earnings. So I'm just gonna take out a loan here, and that's probably not gonna save the park in the long run, but at least for now we're kind of doing that. Now I think one of the things that people really want is more rides, and since I honestly just cannot be bothered about building one, then we're just gonna buy something here. And I'm thinking, you know what, this one looks pretty chill and it's not too expensive, so we're gonna get this one. That's gonna be $6,000 reduce out the window, so it better well be worth it. But just like the rest of the rides, we need a queue for this one. And we also really need to bump up the price so we can make some more money. Let's open that thing up. And I think we should have enough money to just buy one more ride for the park. The only thing we can truly afford is this weird spiral slide, so I guess I'll have to take that. As we open that one up as well, we can open up the park for even more guests, and we still have 1.3k left. Maybe we should repay those so we don't have to pay as much monthly fee for this thing, but that also means that now we don't have any more money again. Let's hope that these new things will earn us some money, otherwise we're probably gonna be a bit screwed here. Now at the moment, the good thing I'm taking from our budget here is that I can see that our shop admissions is slowly going up more and more, meaning that we are more than likely selling an absolute bunch of toilet entry fees. Another thing is that building maintenance is quite high, and I have no idea if it's these massive giant rocks, so I'm just gonna delete them. And I'm gonna see what happens. We just got $1,000 from doing that. We should have done that way earlier. Why did we ever build those? And it just now occurred to me that I wonder if it's our toilets costing us all this maintenance. And I think it might actually be. So I'm just gonna shut down some of them because we don't want guests to go all this way to go on the toilet anyway. But we need these later on. Just gonna leave that one open because maybe we're gonna need that too. Then we're gonna shut down these and we're gonna shut down that one. And I think that should be fine, at least as a starter. That one too. We gotta cut our expenses here a little bit, otherwise our adventure is gonna end before it starts, and that's not good because the entire purpose of this is to make me a millionaire. And for the first time since we opened up this park, we actually turned around our just absolute ridiculous minus every month, and we're now making $61 a month in plus. And that's a good thing, because I like green numbers. So I just now realized that we need a new strategy in order to keep people close to our rides. And in order to keep them close to our rides, we want to keep them close to toilets. So we're going to force them to use the toilets that are closest to the rides. I'm just going to shut down all of these. And then if people want to go and look for these toilets, well, then they're going to go to a shutdown toilet and they're going to have to go all the way back to these. And that's just going to give them extra reason to use these toilets because they don't want to go all the way around again in order to get out of the park. So I'm having a look at the happiness in our park, and people are actually kind of happy so far. They like the hunger, they like the thirst, they think our park is somewhat clean, and apparently they're just not tired at all, which is good. Decoration though is just a thing out of this world apparently, so we gotta find a way to decorate our park just somewhat, and out of nowhere we just get struck by a massive minus from something that I don't know what is, but it's the way it is. So I took out a loan and I decorated the park a little bit. Now I accidentally placed some trees in the path where people walk, but I kind of needed that room to really create the beautiful masterpieces that we now have decorating this land. And over here I made another lovely figure just as well as right there. This one is a little bit more of a subtle decoration. Doesn't really stand out as much as other parts of the park. And then over here I added this thrilling new exciting thing to the ride thingy where you now have to survive going through 800 birch trees in order to actually ride this thing. So that's all pretty good. Now I'm just hoping that their happiness rating is gonna go up just a little bit. I do not know how I didn't realize this before, but in order to just make this ride finish a bit quicker and then run through more customers, we can actually turn up the chain speed of this ride. Now I kind of want to see what that happens to do, but I'm thinking something good. You can also just turn down the maintenance budget a little bit of all of these rides. I just realized now, so we probably don't want to waste all that much money in order to maintain. That one is broken all the time, so I'm thinking we can do that. And then this one is, that doesn't really need much maintenance either, so let's turn that down. Oh, and here we go. Yeah, okay, so that is very fast, and it's just going to be faster and faster. So now we can run guests through even quicker, and we can take more money from them. Apparently we're on the verge of going bankrupt once again, and I have no idea why. I feel like we're building a pretty nice park here, so we're gonna get rid of the depot now because apparently that thing is costing us a lot each month as well. And if we don't have that, then we don't need this either. So just get a bit of money refunded from having this. Then I think that we have like a depot over here that we then need to connect to the shops. And through the power of just deleting some things that we don't really need, well, then we somehow made it again. I feel like I really know how to cut cut budgets and earn more money whenever needed. And worth noting is that our budget on toilets is also once again going up, because right now, last month we earned 80 on toilets, with the previous month being 24 and the month before that being 16. So we're definitely heading in the right direction again, and we are on the verge of hitting green numbers once more. So altogether, I feel like this pack is coming together very, very nicely. Now, if you want to see more of Pagitech, leave a comment down below and let me know what you think about this series, if we should continue it. Thank you so much for being here today, guys. My name is TreeBurgers. Have a good one until next one. Bye bye.